Guys, I think I've been doing it wrong literally this whole time. I mean, I've pretty religiously played low con builds. I'm talking like 100 con, 150 con, maybe 200 con. But here we are playing a 300 con bow build, and this is probably the best build I have ever played. And I'm not even good at it. Like, I'm good at playing the rapier portion of this build, but I am absolutely terrible at playing this bow, and I'm still winning fights with this thing just consistently, being so hard to kill, still pumping out crazy damage for how durable we are. Man, it just makes me feel like I've been doing it wrong this whole time. I should have been playing higher con years ago. I should have been enjoying this meta years ago because it is so much stronger than what I have played previously. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that every single build should run 300 con or crazy amounts of health. But what I am saying is that the trade-off to trade a little bit of damage for a huge amount of hit points is totally worth it, especially if you're getting jump points like grit on your light and heavy melee attacks. I mean, damage-wise, we're dropping about 15% damage to gain over 5,000 health on a build like this. So you can decide for yourself whether you think that's worth it or not, but I think the proof's in the pudding when you bring it out into PvP, you give it a shot yourself, and you realize just how much better a higher health build can be. And this is something that I really want to push and test. The next build I'm going to play is a 300 con musket. It is the forbidden build. Nobody will play that. Everyone will tell you that that is going to be a bad build. So I'm really excited to see how that one turns out. Anyway, let's get into that PvP commentary, starting off with the first clip here that we're still on. We managed to pick up a nice kill, tanking out a lot of enemy players, and then we've got a bunch more enemy players kind of coming this direction. We just start fighting with the first one here. He's throwing his throwing hatchets and stuff, and then we get a bit of nice damage with the bow. As soon as he gets on top of me with the hatchet, we feed him the damage with rapier. And we get a huge combo on him. He backs up right away, and there is my bad bow aim letting me down. I mean, if we had landed one of the few arrows I missed there, I think that would have been enough to take him out. That's okay. The next player jumps on top of me here. We again switch to the rapier, and rapier versus hatchet, man. I swear, these hatchet guys, they don't know how good rapier is. Down he goes, just trying hard to trade with me. He's very unsuccessful thanks to all the iframes that rapier has. And, just keep heading towards the enemy team here. I want to try to take down the lower health target, but it looks like an enemy player from behind jumps on top of me. We've got quite a few players chasing me here. I just start pelting him with a few arrows, and then we move inside here. And as soon as I move inside, two more enemy players on top of me. We're getting blasted by the ranged attacks. Oh my god, man. And here I actually make a big mistake. I spam my flesh, so it ends a little bit early. If we had left it, I might have been able to curl it around that corner. So again, you know, the build is solid, and the death was due to me, not the build. Very, very good stuff. Moving on to the next clip here, we've got more of the same. These are a few days old of clips because these were actually back during the preview for this new OPR map. But anyway, this was my actual first day trying out the 300 con build, so I had absolutely no idea what to expect with this thing. And yeah, it was just amazing. We get great damage on the player that we had already damaged a little bit as he comes up top, and he just backs away right away. I jump down to try to chase him, and here you get to see some of the craziness of this build. How well are we going to be able to try to stick this kill out with so many enemy players on my tail? We already have no stamina there. We get popped with the potion. We pop the ultimate. We weave as we go up the staircase, manage to absorb that incoming damage, and we survive. And I get to the pillars here. The pillars are going to be great with ranged players because we can use it to LOS a little bit more of that range damage. There's a nice big smack with the arrows there. We get on top of this guy, hit him with a few pokes on the flurry. He still manages just to survive. He heals up. We're taking pressure from the other players here. Again, lots of enemy pressure coming in. Nice little move with the evade there. We break and change directions. And then we get on top of this guy here, the flesh to finish him off. Down he goes. And we are still alive. 3 more enemy players coming into the fight. And I'm just doing my best to kite around and stay alive here. And it looks like my potion is almost ready. We get the dodge just in time. Chug the potion as I go down. There's the charged heavy attack into the flurry. We get good damage on the first player there. And then this is where this build is craziness, you know? Like, you see the damage is good. The build is all around powerful. But oh my god, this build is just so good at staying alive. We managed to get back up to full health. We get everybody caught up trying to chase us with all the wolves. The enemy players jump back on top of me. I get a great combo on one of the players there. We drop him to 25% health. I mean, we're not just surviving. We are fighting back. We are actively partaking and you know, almost winning in this fight. Look at this, how low health some of these players are getting. We're getting great backstabs with the rapier, great damage with the bow as well. And these guys are just doing their best to try to stay on top of me. There's another heavy attack. We got the grit up as we go for those heavies. Very important, especially with the flail and all that other bullshit that's trying to trip us up. Then we go through the enemy group here, and we go for the flurry. Now, what I fuck up again here, we should have rolled out of that flurry after a couple pokes. We had the iframes, and we had the stand back up. So yeah, that was my mistake there. And had I made a better move, the build could have kept on going, which is the scary part about this build, man. Now, moving on to the next fight, I'm actually playing Firestaff and Hatchet in this one. And I did want to not only include this clip because it was a great clip, but I wanted to talk a little bit about why I think Hatchet feels so strong. And it's because it has the Defy Death perk. That Defy Death perk is essentially a free 5 or 6k additional health for any Hatchet build, and it does have a cooldown. You can't take advantage of it all the time, but being able to absorb that kind of burst is just massive for PvP, and I think that's a big reason why I find I have so much success on Hatchet myself, because it has that same sort of feeling that that really high health point build does. Now, would I play Hatchet with 300 con? I'm not sure, because Hatchet already has the grit. So how much do we actually benefit? I'm not quite sure. But that being said, I love this here. We get really good damage on that flail player as he comes in to try to combo us out. Go inside, go for the burnout through. We get everybody with the burnout. Beautiful fireball. One enemy player goes down, and it looks like 3 or 4 enemy players left in the fight here. I start throwing the axes at this guy here to try to get a little bit more damage. Just kind of hold my position, wait for them to all come around and group up. But a friendly player comes in. Together, we quickly finish off that third player. And then the last two here, one of them's already kind of low on health, so we put the damage into him, bring him down, and then we're just going to work together. Yeah, a nice little bursty clip on the Hatchet there. I actually really like that sequence. Moving on to the next fight here, hanging out at the enemy outpost here again. These are all clips pretty much from that old OPR map. And 3 enemy players on top of me. We got one behind me that just came in there. I go for the burnout through. We get some decent damage on the burnout. We hit a few of them. We get good damage with the Firestaff there. Switch to the Hatchet. We go for the Torrent. And this guy tries trading with us, which is a terrible idea. The only thing that can trade with Hatchet is Rapier and Void Gauntlet, really. Everything else, I think, is going to lose in that trade, especially if the Hatchet has Berserk up. We take down the second player as well. And now it's just this last guy here, and he is very durable. And these durable fights, you know, you just got to be patient. You got to be careful. The thing, too, is that just because he's tanky does not mean he doesn't hit hard. So we have to be very careful. See how he hit us with, like, oh my god, he just did like 10k damage to us with that combo there. So we got to be really careful not to let him catch us with that kind of stuff. But that's okay. We had the Hatchet out. We still have the Defy Death up. So we technically still have that 20k health pool that the Hatchet effectively has. And then this guy ends up coming back into the fight. I get hit by his stun. I get hit by the other stun. Oh my god, absolutely sandwiched. That was a good burnout. We get a little bit more damage again. Throw the fireball down. Quickly chug my potion to get a bit of resource back. And then here I decide that I want to try to bait them into something. Go for the Hatchet Berserk. Go for the light attack into the, oh my god, the Torrent. I pop the ultimate too. I almost take them both down. Oh my god, that guy had like 1% health. And the archer from behind that we didn't see. And that's the end of that. For the last clip here, I have a little bit more bow gameplay, but this one is against the Crescent Waves. Oh, everybody's favorite to fight. So yeah, I'll let you guys enjoy this last clip as I kind of say goodbye here. But oh my god, this build, absolutely insane. If you guys want to check out a guide for this build, I have a video linked down below. I don't have a written guide for it because I'm going to wait till season 10 to really start updating all of my written guides. But anyway, hope you guys are looking forward to more. I hope you enjoyed today's gameplay. I really like this build. If you haven't tried something like this, try it. You know, you can just take your current build and just add a little bit more health to it to make something like this work. So yeah, it's definitely within your reach. It's not crazy hard to give it a shot. And honestly, I feel like very soon here, we're going to be looking at a 300 con health meta. Thank you everybody for watching. Have a great night, and I'll see you next time.